At a moment's sight, thou art attracted by players which are like ak, neem, and bitter lemon. As is the companionship of the venomous serpent, so is the ravishing of another's wife. Thou committest sins for the sake of wealth, thy enemy, and thou hast neglected the commodity of Lord's faith. They who leave thee, with them is thy friendship, and with thy real friends thou bearest enmity. The entire world is entangled in this way. He alone is saved whose Guru is perfect. Nanak says, I have crossed the terrible world ocean and my body has become purified. Asa, fifth Guru Dupade, what man does in secret, that thou beholdest, O Lord, though the fool and blockhead deny it. For his own doings one is bound down, then afterwards he regrets. My Lord comes to know beforehand all the designs of man. Deceived by doubt, though, O man, concealest thine deeds afterwards, only that will be accepted as true which lies in thy heart. To whatever the people are yoked, to that they remain yoked. What can any mortal do? Pardon me, O Supreme Lord, Nanak is ever a sacrifice unto thee. As our fifth Guru, the Lord himself preserves the honor of his slave, and himself he causes him to repeat his name. Whithersoever the business and affairs of his slave is, thither the Lord runs to help him. To his servant the Lord shows himself to be near. Whatever the servant asks his master, forthwith comes to pass. I am a sacrifice unto the servant who is pleasing to his master. Hearing his glory, Nanak's mind blooms and he goes to touch his feet. Asa Kar 11th, 5th Guru. The creator of all is one, the only one. He is realized by the true Guru's grace. The mimic shows himself in numerous disguises, yet in reality he remains the same as he is. So does the self wanders in many births through doubt and remains the same and does not enter the state of bliss. O saints, our friends and intimates, without God's name everything is perishable. By joining the holy company, I sang the praises of God and have won this precious human life. Mammon of three qualities is also made by the Lord. Tell how may it be crossed? This whirlpool is unfathomable and formidable. By Guru's word it is ferried across. By continually searching, seeking and contemplating, Nanak has realized this reality, that by meditating on the invaluable name Trayar, the heart jewel is appeased. As a fifth Guru Dupade, by Guru's grace the Lord abides within my mind, and whatever I ask for, that I receive. With the love of the name, this mind is sated and it does not go anywhere else again. Our Master is the highest of all, day and night. I sing his praises. In an instant he is capable of making and unmaking, and through him I instill fear in thee. When I behold my Lord Master, then I do not bring any other within my mind. The Lord himself has dressed slave Nanak with the robe of honor, and dispelling his doubt and dread, he writes Lord's praises. As our fifth Guru, the four castes, the holy men of the four castes, the persons on whose hands palm are the six Shastras, the beauteous, the accomplished, the fascinating and wise, all of them are bewitched and beguiled by the five mortal passions. Who is such a powerful person who has seized and destroyed the five puissant heroes? He who passes his life having defeated and slain the five passions is the perfect person in this dark age. There is a great race which cannot be controlled and which does not flee. They form a mightily and stubborn army. Nanak says, such alone have crushed them who are under the shelter of the holy. As our fifth Guru, the good thing for the soul is the Lord's sublime discourse. All other relishes are insipid. The men of many merits, expert musicians, silent sages, and knowers of six Shastras, all deem nothing else worthy of man's deliberation except divine discourse. This discourse of God is an antidote to passion, singular, unequaled, peace giving, and is quaffed in holy company, says Nanak. As our fifth Guru, eight Guru's hymns is sweet unto me and is a stream of nectar. The Guru has not taken it away from my mind even for a moment. On beholding and touching it, I am sweetened and delighted. It is imbued with Creator's love. By reciting it even for a moment, man mounts to the Guru, and by ever repeating it, he is not trapped by the death's courier. God has garlanded Nanak's neck and heart with the Guru's word. As a fifth Guru, of great merit is the holy company. Every 3 hours, an hour, and a moment, I continuously sing the praise of the Lord and discourse upon him. Walking, sitting, and sleeping, I utter God's praise, and to my mind and body his feet are pleasing. I am of little worth, small thou, O Lord, art great. Nanak has realized and taken thine shelter. Ragasa, fifth Guru, Kar, 12th. The Creator of all is one, the only one. He is realized by true Guru's grace. Lay aside all thine clevernesses and contemplate on the formless Supreme Lord. Without the one true name, all else appears to be ashes. Deem that Lord to be ever with thee. By Guru's grace, he who realizes this reality is imbued with the love of the one God. Seek shelter of one Almighty Lord, as there is no other place of safety. The most dreadful ocean is crossed by ever singing God's praises. Transmigration comes to an end, and man does not face suffering in the city of death. He alone obtains the name Treasure, unto whom he, the Lord, shows mercy. The one Lord is my mainstay and one support, and from the one Lord I get strength in my mind. Nanak says, join the company of the holy and meditate on the God. Without him there is no other. As our fifth Guru, the self, mind, body, and the life are of Lord. He has given all the pleasures and dainties. He is the relation of the humble, bestower of life, and potent to save those who seek his shelter. Myself, meditate thou on Lord God's name. Make love with the one Lord who is thy helper and companion in this world and the next world. The men contemplate on Vedas and Shastras to swim across the world ocean. Above all the rituals and various ceremonial rites, the performance of piti is devotion to the name. Lust, wrath, and pride depart on meeting the God incarnate true Guru. Implant in thee the name, God's meditation, and the sublime service of the Lord. My compassionate Lord, I have sought the protection of thy feet. Thou art the honor of the dishonored. Thou, O Lord, art the mainstay of my life and breath, and thou art Nanak's strength. As a fifth Guru, without the company of the holy, man ever wavers and suffers great agony. By love of one supreme God, the profit of Lord's divine nectar is earned. Meditate thou ever on God's name. With every breath contemplate thou on him, the Lord, and forsake other love. He, the omnipotent love, is the cause of the causes, and himself is the bestower of life. Discard all thy clevernesses, and all the 24 hours meditate on Lord. The lofty, inaccessible, and infinite Lord shall then become thy friend, companion, helper, and associate. Enshrine thou the Lord's lotus feet in thy heart, as he alone is the prop of life. O my supreme Lord Master, show mercy unto me, that I may sing thine excellencies and praises. Nanak lives by contemplating on the Lord's name, by which all peace and the greatest glory is obtained. As a fifth Guru, in the holy company, O Lord, as prompted by thee, I make an effort to see thee. O Lord God, my Master, thou thyself dye me with the color of thy name. Within my mind I meditate on the Lord's name. Show thine mercy and abide within my heart, and thyself be my helper. Hearing continuously thy name, my dear Lord, I have a pleasant desire to see thee. Have compassion on me, thy worm. This alone is my aim and object. My body and the wealth are thine. Thou art my Lord, nothing is in my power. As thou keepest, so do I live, and what thou givest I eat. Taking bath in the dust of the feet of the God slave washes off the sins of many births. By Lord's devotional service, doubt and dread depart, and one finds himself, says Nanak, in the presence of God. Asa, fifth Guru, thy sight, O inaccessible and incomprehensible Lord, he alone obtains who has good luck recorded on his forehead. The Lord gracious has himself shown mercy to me, and the true Guru has granted God's name unto me. The divine Guru has saved the dark age. The fools and blockheads who are filthy like ordure and urine have all taken to thy service. Thou thyself art the creator and establisher of the whole world. Thou art pervasive amongst all. The righteous judge was struck with wonder at the sight of all people falling at the feet of the Lord.